Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rini, and of course this is the Enchanted Planner. All right, today we're planning my goals page for quarter 4. So let's go have a look, shall we? We're not quite at the end of the quarter. This didn't happen. This is really close, so I might make it by the end of the quarter, but it'll be like really close. This, not really, but I injured myself, so I'm like, God damn it. This, yeah, I did not bad. This I didn't even touch, and this I worked towards. So this quarter was a little bit better than previous quarters where nothing happened. Nothing at all. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to, I got to clean out this planner. It's getting so thick. It's like thick. It's like at the point where it's like bursting off the discs kind of thick. So let's take a look here. Get this guy off of the page, get that out of the way. So I pulled out my letters. I actually now have to order more of these if I want to do this next year because I'm out of G's. Like, oh my gosh. G is not one of those letters everybody figures is all that popular, right? Okay, so if you notice too, the two that I have decorated, I've decorated with seasonal florals. So like this was so much a spring feel and this was more of a summer tropical feel. So this one, because I just recently acquired this baby and I love these florals. Like I love them. I used them in my health planner this week. So this is our plan. This is what we are going to do. Oh my gosh, my voice is going to go. Hang on. Okay, I should not sound like a frog now. Oh my gosh. It's funny the things that estrogen drops do to your body. I was doing a bit of research and it's quite possible that my voice issues are actually tied to estrogen drops because I'm basically, well, I'm menopausal, but I'm postmenopausal. Like I haven't had a menstrual cycle in like, I don't know, 5 years now. But yeah, I was doing some research. The dry mouth, there's so many things that happen. And each of us, oh my gosh, can I just get the backing off? That's really all I'm after. Or give me a sticker. Give me just one of the stickers. Oh gosh. Where was I going with that thought? None of our symptoms will be the same either. So like we can all have the same kind of situations, but none of our symptoms will be the same, which is the thing that makes menopause so much fun. That and the fact that, you know, the health industry has failed us. Not much research has ever been done in women's, like lots has been done in women's reproductive health, but not much has been done in menopause. It's very, very sad considering, you know, half the population is going to go through menopause at some point in their like later lives. You know what I mean? Like I just can't even. You get me on those rants with the medical and health industry and I won't stop. Because I think that they're seriously broken. If they were really all that concerned about health, they would consider adding, like Canada has what is called universal healthcare. So I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent here for a second because we're talking about goals. So Canada has what is considered universal healthcare. Now I know everybody outside of Canada thinks, oh my God, it's so awesome. No, it's not. Because it is tax funded. You know, like say if I needed a knee surgery tomorrow, I could wait 2 years to get that knee replacement. Because no matter the fact that everything still runs on budgets. I figured this out recently and I was pretty disgusted to tell you the honest truth. So I figured this out recently that it doesn't matter. We have a shortage of doctors and nurses here, which is one major problem. Then to couple with that, we also have hospitals that are still working on running on a budget because there's only so much given to them for operating costs and whatnot overall for their overhead. So they may have, say, the operating rooms, although operating rooms or lack thereof get blamed a lot for our backlog in surgeries, but I've discovered it's not. It is because they don't have the funding to be able to do it. So this is why everybody basically gets spaced out. I was pretty irritated by this. And I mean, of course, people that need immediate care like cancer patients and stuff, they're taken care of because they're high priority, and as such they should be, right? But you know, you get some people that are waiting for things and they're like waiting years. suffering in pain because they can't get them into an operating room because there's really no budget for it, which is kind of disgusting when you think about it. Okay, so let's get this off of the page. And I've been sticking this up here, so I think that's probably, oh, please don't stick, a good goal for consistency. But we are going to de-stick these guys. These guys aren't as bad as normal regular stickers, but they can be kind of ornery to deal with sometimes. Okay, you're too high, you're too high, you're too high, you're too high. Don't go there. Hold on. Hold on, people, hold on. Oh, my A isn't lined up very well. We're going to fix this. Okay, so let's get the G down. And then we'll get that fixed. And I don't like it. So let's pull that up and let's start all over again. I had them spaced out really, really well on the wax paper, but then I realized my A was not set up all that well. So let's go back to the drawing board here. Sometimes I cut off stuff because they just don't connect all that well. Depends on what you're putting together, like what words you're putting together, because sometimes they don't connect all that well. All right, I think I can deal with that. Okay, so let's get this down. Voila, very good, very good. Let's get it affixed to the page. Okay, we're on a roll, we're on a roll. So yeah, back to my conversation about healthcare in Canada. So it can, like I said, take quite a while for anybody to actually get what they need done. Whereas my understanding of the US is that you guys most of the time can get in relatively easy for, like, if you need an MRI. See, that's another thing up here. I've been asking for an MRI for, like, I don't know, since 2014, 2015, when I had a serious car accident, and, you know, I'm still dealing with pain chronically from that point forward. But they'll send me for x-rays, but dumbasses, sorry, pardon my, I'm gonna curse a bit here. Like, looking at these doctors going, you're a dumbass, because that does not show soft tissue. If we're looking at a micro tear within the supraspinatus, which is in the rotator cuff, which is what I suspect might be happening in there, it's not going to pick it up on an x-ray. They did, however, tell me I have arthritis in my neck. That's awesome. Okay, so I also pulled out some books, the boxes. Now, there's these cranberry one in here. Cranberry, these guys, which are pretty. I also have the Autumn 2 version, which has some foil in here, which I actually don't mind the copper foils that much. But unfortunately, because of the way Mojo sets these books up, I only have one. Unless we change sizes and change the way this looks. But I've been consistent with it for all 4 quarters with the way it's set up, and I don't do change well. Let's just be honest. So if we're going to do that, we are going to, I guess, stick through so everything's consistent. And then if I'm going to make any changes, I'll do it next year. But, like, I don't know, there's some wonky crap in this sticker book, man. Not stuff that I would really consider autumn colors, but, you know. To each their own, I suppose. Okay, so then we need... Oh, I can't do that. I don't have enough of these. Because we need 6, which would mean I'd need 2 of these. Okay, so this might be a situation where we're doing black boxes, because I don't have enough to be able to do this in color. And I don't really want it multicolored. I have 6 here. And this is my favorite size box. We all know this. Now, the other thing I've been thinking of too is, do I really want to do 6 sort of kind of area goals? I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird headspace. I've been goal planning, like I've been planning for quarter 4 and making my way through the goals. But it's been an interesting foray because I'm looking at things a little bit differently this quarter than I have in quarters past. And I'll circle back to the health conversation in a second. Just give me 2 secs. Actually, you know what? Before I forget completely about it, because hello, Menno brain. I'm just gonna write that down so I don't forget it. Okay, so let's go with the conversation about the healthcare system. It took me forever to get that word out. Good grief. Okay, so conversation about the healthcare system. Oops, you can't go down there. Let's rotate this guy around. So yeah, even though our medical system is built upon taxation and it's, you know, supposed to provide for us in our time of need, it does. But if it's not life-threatening or, you know, it could be a while. So you may have to suffer. Just saying. I need 2, 4, 6. I need 12 of those. Unless I do this a different way, because I just had a thought. So hold on. I'm going to grab some more of them just in case. And then they're out and I just put them back later. So here, like trying to get an MRI, like I had mentioned, is like, it's like trying to pull teeth, unless you want to pay for it privately. And that could be anywhere from $2,000 to like $10,000. It's crazy how expensive it is. But, you know, I don't think that having a two-tiered medical system here would be such a bad idea. I know people oppose it, but these are the people that don't, and they're not seeing the point that if we had a two-tiered medical system, the people that had more resources, if you will, monetary resources, would be out of the regular system, which would free up a lot of space for those who are in the system waiting. And this is why I don't think it's a bad idea for Canada to have a two-tiered medical system, because those who can afford to have more of a private healthcare insurance can have that and get them out of the main system, which would be good for everyone involved, because from there, those people aren't sitting in the queue. Like, I don't think people really understand. But no, it's a good thing. It is a good thing to have them out of the system. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I had a thought while I was pulling stickers. All right. Now, if we go, hang on, I just got to bend my brain around this and then I'll get back to our chit chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, well, let's de-stick some stickers while we're thinking about this. So anyways, yeah, I think it would be a good idea if Canada had a two-tiered medical system, just simply for the fact that it would free up space in the main healthcare system. Plus, it would also give, oh, I did that wrong. This actually needs to be the cranberry color if we're going to go that route. So you can go there. We're going to switch places. Yeah, so those, and it, like, I can't finish a thought without jumping trains here. If we had a two-tiered medical system, it would mean that it would also give employers another way to attract employees, which would not be a bad thing either, because everybody's so strapped for employees right now. It's brutal. I went in to grab a coffee and a bagel yesterday morning, and it happened to be around the time that the local high school got out for break too, which was not smart on my part, but I wasn't thinking. But what a shit show. They had 3 people working in there and line up, like a crazy lineup. I spent about 40 minutes in there just trying to get a coffee and a bagel. I'm not kidding. So I felt so bad, but you know, there's people in the line that are like, well, we're just waiting for our food and getting snide and stuff. And I'm like, you getting snide is not going to solve the situation that they don't have enough staff, you morons. Like, I don't know if you can't see with your own given eyes that they have 3 people back there trying to run an entire freaking restaurant. Well, not, I loosely call them a restaurant because, you know, it's fast food, right? But they have 3 people back there who are basically trying to run this whole show because the other 2 people are dedicated to the drive-through, right? So they're not really much help up the front. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, getting irritable people is not going to help. And then I'm looking at it. But you know what? I think I have a different viewpoint on a lot of this stuff because I'm a business owner, which means I've had staff and I know how difficult this can be. What I was, you know, pondering while I was in line, I'm like, okay, where the hell is the owner in all of this? Like, why is he not in the store trying to help fix this mess? Because, you know, they're in there, they're trying to do their best. They're only minimum wage employees, you know. What are you going to say? You're going to treat them like crap because you're an arse? Like, no. I mean, everybody was not bad because had somebody started getting a little bit belligerent, I would have piped up and said something like, you know, back off, get your own sandwich, dude, because you don't want to tangle with me. You don't get to be rude and disrespectful. Oh, these are not spaced properly. Oh my gosh, I wasn't thinking. It's all good. I can fix it in a second. Yeah, like you don't get to be a belligerent butthead just because, you know, it's Thursday morning and you want your damn frickin' double. I will step in and say something. I won't be ignorant. I won't start a fight, but I will say something. Be like, you know, seriously, you are not helping the situation. Okay, let's get these guys laid in and then I'll go and fix the other ones. That one's crooked. I got to fix that in a second. Oh gosh. Yeah, the turmoil of the days we is living in, I tell you. That one and that one. I think these are spaced. Oh my good gosh, these are so crooked. Why didn't you tell me, guys? Why didn't you tell me? Okay, so I've talked about our healthcare system, 2-tier. I think it's a good idea. I've talked about, oh, these are going to drive me crazy. Oh my God, how did I manage to do that? How did I manage to do that? I need a ruler. Where's my ruler? Oh man. Okay, so this would be, maybe I need to bring them out and line them up with that outer line because I think that's going to be the easiest because I'm struggling today apparently with spacing. Okay, so at least these are relatively easy to move today. Let's count our blessings from the sticker gods because some days they're not so easy to move and I have to pull out undo. It also doesn't help that the box borders are not completely even either. So it's a little bit misguiding sometimes when I'm trying to line stuff up because I'm like, wait a second. But then I look and I'm like, oh, it's the border is thicker on that side than it is on the other. Oh, they're getting to the point where they're sticking down and they don't want to move. Yeah, that one's bringing up paper. All right, let's try this from the other side if I can get under it. Please don't rip the page too much. Okay, or a little bit, but it's okay because it's going to be covered up. I'm having issues. Okay, so that is that. Ever so carefully, we just move the stickers, which means the ones in the middle are probably going to be a pain in my butt to try and move to space them a bit better. But we shall see in 2 shakes. Okay, so let's talk goals. So my viewpoint in my goal setting is changing a bit. Actually, now that I move that out, they're not as badly spaced. I can probably deal with that, or should I move them over just slightly? Where's my ruler? If I move them over just slightly, I think I'll leave them. I don't want to mess with them too much. Okay. We have boxes for goals down. Okay. So my viewpoint this quarter is like, because normally I set, these are smaller little tiny goals, but normally I set 3 goals and then there's like projects that go underneath that. So I usually have 2 kind of work or career related goals. And then I have a health and wellness goal. Usually it, like in the past quarter, it was to change my body composition. I think in the quarter before that, it was, let me check, strength train 36 times, which those were fairly specific, but I think it just, I didn't approach it the right way. So when I'm thinking about it this time for my health and wellness goals, what I'm thinking of really is sort of focusing on multiple areas and just building some habits. And I was talking to Di about this, and Di mentioned possibly doing a different goal each month, because what I had been talking about was, let me see, let me pull it out. And I'll sort of read it to you and I can give you an idea on where I'm going with this. Where's my goals? Where's my goals? Okay, so in my health and wellness, I want to strength train 3 times a week and try to get in 2 to 3 days of cardio every week. I want to expand my daily tarot practice, like to do far more journaling as well as doing my card a day. And I want to create a more serene home, and that starts in sort of my office and then spreads out. So Di, because there's like, 3 or 4 aspects there, she's like, well, why don't you do 1 habit each month? And I'm like, ooh, that's a good idea. That might be the way that might be the best way to approach this. So like for October, say I focus on building the habit of getting strength training and the cardio in every week. And then when that habit is established in November, I'm going to add, say, working on making my home more serene and peaceful, because of course we're approaching the holiday season at that point as well. And then in December, work on the final part, which, might be, what was the other thing I said? There was my home. There was something, but there's something to do with self-care in there as well. I put the planner away. Look at how quickly I forget things. Lovely, right? So that's sort of where I'm going. And I think it's a good idea. Like, I think Di is on to something by saying, hey, why don't you approach it from this viewpoint where you're doing something each month and then you keep that habit and then you build onto it the next month with something else. I'm like, I like that idea. So you may see me practicing some monthly habit building themes in this new upcoming quarter or in the final quarter. I just wanted to give you a heads up on how I'm kind of looking at this. All right, I kind of want to get some florals in and amongst. I could cut that and cut that, but that's not very fun. Unless, I really like this orange. It's the whole thing here. Unless I cut this in half, like literally. Should we do it? Let's just do it. Let's do it. We cut it right up the middle. And then we can sneak it alongside the boxes like this. And then I can just pick those up. Do I like that? Actually, it kind of expands that area, especially because I kind of covered some of it up. Okay, so I can either cut that off or I can slip it underneath the boxes. How well do we think this is going to go? Let's give it a try, shall we? Did we cut? Oh, actually we did. Like I've mentioned before, I can be really heavy-handed with the X-Acto knife. So I'm trying to learn to be gentle because I don't like cutting through my pages. It's a terrible thing, I tell you. It's a terrible thing. Okay, so other than the fact that I don't like the fact that it's hanging down like that, I wonder. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to let it go. Gonna let it go. But let's grab one of these yellow ones. And let's get this guy in here somehow. Could kind of just settle him in right there. Then I would only have to lift up a few little boxes. I kind of like that actually. Okay, so let's see if our boxes will cooperate. What do you think? How long have they been sitting down now? These were the first ones to go down. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Now let's see if this is really tricky to try and manipulate the paper and hold the sticker back. This is not working. Hold on. Oh my gosh. How not to destroy your stickers on a Friday. Because it's Friday today when I'm filming this. But this has to go up next week. So I kind of wanted to sneak it in today before I get too ahead of myself and don't have enough time to take care of anything. So there, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Okay, so now we need something a little bit down here. Excuse me, which we could do the same thing with this red one, which we're also going to de-stick. And we could slip that guy in sort of like down here. It's a lot of boxes to lift up. I think we're going to start here. These poor stickers and the poor page has been through so much today. I'm abusing the stickers, I tell you. They don't like it. All right, so now that I've got those lifted up, I think we're going to work on grabbing just the tops of these guys while I'm at it and they're lifted. And like I said, this poor page has been through quite a bit today. Poor guy. The poor guy. All right, so if we go kind of like that. And then we get that underneath like that. And then flatten everybody down. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay. I want more. I think it's because I really like these florals. Like, I think out of this book, these are probably my favorite florals. But I also have the autumn bug really bad right now because it's officially autumn. Like the first day of autumn was yesterday. So welcome autumn. How very cool is that? I need something else for down here. What we got on this page? I have a matching one, which I don't really want to be matchy-matchy. I don't really want to cut up this big one. The orange one, I guess. Let's have a looky-loo at him. See how he works. Just put him sort of down there. I don't really like that at all. So I don't really want to double up on him, but we do have this one. Let's have a look at this guy, shall we? I mean, he might be too small, but we're going to check. Oh, it's the same flower that's there. I don't want that either. Okay, this just might be the way it's going to be. Let's trim this off. And trim this off. Okay, now, where are we at? Where are we at? I'm going to stand up and have a look. My poor boxes don't want to stay down because they've been up and down so much today. Okay. I think it's good. All right. Now, here's the thing. I'm not quite finished goal setting yet, so I don't want to fill this out. But what I plan on doing is at the end of this quarter, which is in like 9 days, 8 days, 7 days now, I guess. Is it the 23rd? 23rd. So 7 days in a week. I'm going to go through with you guys and I'm going to do a goal review and goal set. And then we'll go through this process together in another video. So hang in there. I will show you the process and this will get filled out. But I want to finish my goal setting before I actually fill this in so I have a better idea on exactly what those goals are going to be. But I did want to get the page did. Look at that for perfect English on a Friday morning. Okay, I did want to get this page completed because I need to sneak it in before it gets too late in the month. So that's where we're at. Okay, I'm going to throw this into the book. It's going to sit in here in front of his compadre. And like I said, I'll put up another video where I fill this in. and we review my other goals from the rest of the year and where I think I went wrong and what I think went right. All right, you guys, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing while you're here. If you're new to our channel, please drop us a comment down below letting us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our wonderful community. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ciao!